A 12 volt power washer. It's pretty cool. If you didn't see the video to my portable one, which is the 20 volt works, that's up there, so click on that. That is an absolutely great product and you don't have to use that in the van, but that's quite expensive at about £150. This one here cost me £12 from eBay. It's on Amazon, it's on the internet, it's everywhere. It's not something that's new, but it just might be something that you've not seen. Stay tuned, I'll show you how I've fitted this to my van. You can do that to your car as well, but more importantly, how good it is when it actually works. Well, this is it in its entirety really. The good thing about having a ply-line van is I was able to actually bolt it onto the parts that secure the rim, but it's just your pump. What I've managed to do is put it in like this haversack, and this is the actual sort of working part gubbins of it. So it comes with a really long hose. It's a lot thinner than what you'll see on sort of a conventional pressure washer or portable power washer, but it still gets the job done, and it's all fairly cheap, hence the £12. But you've got a nozzle there and it is adjustable, so you can get different spray angles on it. Included as part of the kit is this, which is to suck the water from your source, but also you get the filter on there to make sure that none of the nasties get sucked up the hose. There is a power switch here. It's just kind of like a light switch really, that you'd expect to see on a lamp, so I've just secured that to the side there. But the important thing that powers this is the 12 volt cigarette lighter. On my van I've got one at the back, which is brilliant, but every car has one of these, so there shouldn't be an issue for you to get power to this. So in order to connect this up, the first thing I'll do is get this, and it connects to the other side. So when you get this kit, it comes with instructions. You won't get that confused, it's very easy to follow, and all I do is squeeze it on. Alright, that is it. I leave that connected constantly because it goes away in this pouch, which is nice and secure, just keeps it all nice and tidy. And then that's ready to then put in the water source, which I'll have in a moment. This, it is fairly long to be fair. I could cut this down, but because I can get it all in there, it just gives me the option to have it as long as I want, because once you've cut it, there's no going back from that. So it's entirely up to you how you want to manage that. So let's get it all connected up, get it powered up, and see how effective this actually is. I still use my 25 litre jerry can, but it doesn't produce or use as much water as it does with the Works Hydro Shot, so you don't need to fill this to capacity to get a good wash. So I'll still put that all the way to the bottom, and that can just stay there, right, nice and secure in the back of the van. To get this working, you do have to turn the engine on, unless you've got the sort of vehicle that allows you to have that 12 volt power straight away. But to get the most from this, I do advise that you do actually run with the engine on. That way you're not going to drain any battery power, and you're going to get the actual PSI quoted about 120 to 30 PSI from this. And I'll start the engine and see what it can do. So let's start the beast up. The beast being my van. And then all you have to do is then turn it on. Now I'll turn it off a second. You can clearly hear it's quite noisy, and that's why I recommend you do mount it, because the vibrations that this produces, it will move everywhere. So the very bare minimum I'd say is to get a decent bit of wood, so that if you do have this in a conventional lighter on a car where you can't secure it in the back like this, you can maybe put that piece of wood nice and flat to the ground, and it's not going to just drift off everywhere and possibly cause damage to this. So with the water source ready, the power to the van on, I'm just going to unravel this a bit and show you a demonstration just on the ground. I haven't got a dirty bike to clean at this time, but you'll get a good idea what you're going to get for £12. It takes a little bit to get the water up first. I can just see it siphoning through now. You can hear it change. And that is the actual flow you're going to get. So it's not like the Works Hydro Shot in terms of power, but this thing still doesn't tickle when you put your hand there, and you can adjust it. Whatever way you want to get the desired effect of cleaning, whatever. It doesn't have to be a mountain bike. This can just be used on absolutely anything. The good thing is with that 25 litre jerry can, it's going to last a long time. So whatever water source you bring to the party, it's going to get the job done. And then if you need to do a deeper clean back at home, you can do that. You can adjust it at the back so that it can stay there, alright, and then you don't have to hold it. There you go. So you can see, actually it's quite effective. You can adjust that to get rid of it. And there you go, it still works well. So yes, it's noisy, but you know what, if it gets the job done, am I bothered? No, not really. It will get that initial wash done before you stick it on the back of the car, on top of the roof in the van, or whatever job you've decided that you want to buy this for. Now before I put it away, I want to get all the water out the system, so a little tip for you in order to do that. Raise the filter to the top so it's not going to suck any more water out. You see I just balance it on the edge there. Turn it back on and then empty it out. So here we go.